Alright, I figured I'd touch on these cylinder heads a little bit while we were building this motor. We're going to use these wedge port cylinder heads. They're CB Performance. They're pretty badass. You can order them up, and pretty much 13-second car with a decent bottom end. And a lot of guys, can get away with a stock tranny depending on how much the car weighs. I like to take these apart and do a little work to them. I had one subscriber mention that they crack between the seats. And you can see these are CNC ported, and they have some of the CNC cutter marks on them in the combustion chambers. And if you look down in this port, I know it's probably hard to see because the head is not lit up very good, but you'll see the port work, and then you'll see the original port in here where it's gray, where the cutter didn't touch. That's usually where the port's too big for the program that they run through there. So what I'd like to do is take these apart, blend the seats, run through, cut some of these lines out because these will hold carbon after the motor runs for a while, especially in the combustion chambers. I like to smooth the chambers out and make these nice and smooth so you get good flame travel over the combustion chamber. I like to unshroud the valve a little bit over there, and a lot of times you'll have a lip by the seat. This head's not near as bad as the one we just fixed, and we'll pull the valves out, we'll lap them in. We'll check our valve travel. We'll record our our travel and our pressure on our springs, and we're going to lap them in. And let me show you what the head looks like after we touch it up. We'll set this one in the to-do hole, and then here's the finished product. This is what they look like when we get done. Go in and deburr, blend the seats down there, polish the seat up so it's nice and radiused, and clean up the spark plug area. You can see they have some, they're sort of sharp when you run your hand over out of the box, and these are really smooth now, and this will deter the carbon from building up in the combustion chambers and affecting the flow of the head. Also, these have been cleaned up down here by the seat. They usually put the seat down a little too far, and you can feel a little transition when you take it out of the box. So same with the intake port, just go through there and clean it up a little bit. And the exhaust is the same way. We talked about the turn down there, the shelf on top of the seat, sort of nasty. I cleaned that up, and I took some of the CNC marks out of the exhaust ports to discourage the exhaust from building up in those lines. A lot of times the carbon will get caught up in that stuff, and it takes a few minutes to run through the head and clean it up and make it nice. And let's go ahead and lap these in. I don't know how I'm going to set you guys up. We'll try the best because my son has pirated my camera stand. There we go. Let's see if you guys can. Alright, we're using some Permatex valve lapping compound. You can pick this up at any O'Reilly's, Parts Plus, whatever you have, wherever you live. Napa, everybody sells it. A lot of people think this is a valve job. It is not a valve job. This is what you use after you do a valve job to seat the valve after it's been surfaced or cut to the new seat. A lot of guys will pull the heads apart and lap the valves in and call it good, and you get the valve job. It seals up, but you really get no performance that way. All you're doing is getting a seal. So we're going to drop this down in there. You can see the guides are that's this bad boy in the way. I thought I'd got those loosened up, but wouldn't be the first time I had to do something twice. You can hear the valve change tone when it seats to the seat. I don't have any lubricant on anything yet because we want to make sure that the valve job is good before we lube everything up. You want to make sure that you get this lap lapping compound off the head because it is water soluble and it'll rust the seat. So let's take a look and see how good the valve job is here. It's wide, super wide margin, but it is at the top, so it's decent. It looks pretty concentric all the way around. And basically that's what we're going to do. I won't pain you with the rest of them, but we'll go ahead and lap the rest of the valves in, establish a seat on the head. We'll reassemble this bad boy, and then we'll take the other one apart tomorrow and repeat the process. And we'll go ahead and assemble the cylinders and the heads on the motor probably Wednesday or Thursday. I know this, some guy asked me why you just don't put it together, and you know, there's engine assemblers and there's engine builders, I guess, and I just like to do as much as I possibly can to ensure that the motor is going to run properly and I'm not going to have issues and everything is like I ordered. So, you know, it's nice to be able to trust people, but sometimes, you know, people get busy, they get several orders, and, you know, stuff gets mixed up, and it's always best just to make sure everything's cool. And as far as this stuff here, this is just preventive maintenance, and it works, makes the head work a little better also. I don't know exact numbers, but you know, it'd probably run a little better. I don't know. I don't even need to be a notice or not, but I'll sleep better. So you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the channel, commenting on the channel. I really appreciate the interaction lately, and it's really cool to see some more Volkswagen guys coming to the channel. And I encourage the new people that come to the channel and comment on the page to go check the other guys out that are commenting on the page. These guys make an effort to comment on the channel. A lot of them have channels of their own, and they make an effort to come over to mine and you know, voice their opinion, and I appreciate it. That's what I'm looking for. I want more people to interact, and you know, I just think that the more people get involved, the better the channel will be, and you know, it'll just work better for everybody. So thanks again for the interaction. Thanks for subscribing. I did have a subscriber that wanted to know about some more information on the oil, and he was wanting to know particular numbers, and I guess you could go to the website of these companies and maybe find formula numbers, but in the US that's not part of the packaging. You know, they just they put a fancy label on there and a couple keywords, but they don't break it down as far as parts per million. So that would be something that you'd have to research online, but pretty cool. I want to remind you guys, go check out Brian over there at B Buggin. He's working on his Volkswagen. He could probably use some help over there. He had release bearing exploded on him, and got the ball stuck in the pressure plate and ripped the release bearing off, and he's having all kinds of fun. He's one of my longtime subscribers, so go check him out. And trying to grow the Volkswagen community. I've noticed in the past that I'll make these videos and some of you guys are interested, and nobody's watching your channel or commenting on your channel, and the whole thing about it is get a community interaction going so everybody can be involved in the process, and you know, that way everybody knows that they have a part in the channel. And without each and every person commenting or making videos on their own, this wouldn't work, this YouTube thing. So 2016, I'm trying to do things a little different, trying to be a little more constructive, and trying to stay more focused on the topics. And you know, I'm still going to do vlogs and stuff, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little more of the details on what goes on when you put a motor together. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing again. Johnny, quit laughing. Talk to you later.